Hello, my name is Twizzlurk, and today's video is different. A few weeks back, a game developer reached out to me via email. Via? The video just started? Don't. And of course they asked me to play their game. So naturally, me being the person I am, I told them to go eat a dick. I told them that I would love to try it. I'll make this very clear right now, this is not a paid thing. Even if it was a paid thing, it wouldn't matter. But I'm going to be as honest as possible. I'm not pulling punches. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. I'm going to talk about two main things here with this game. One being the game itself, and then I'm going to analyze the story a little bit, which is not something I usually do. This just felt like a good way to get my foot in the door with this kind of thing, okay? I'm saying I might not be that good at it. If you don't want spoilers, the game is on Steam. It's free. So if you want to go play it first before you come back here, by all means, or don't, it's up to you. The first thing I noticed when I opened the game was a lack of settings and working buttons. But I do think this might have been purposeful, considering that this is just cardboard. And I won't lie to you, I knew immediately that this was not going to be a regular gameplay video like I had intended. The first 4 to 5 minutes of this game involves holding W and looking forward. And in the background, we listen to a game developer and a game manager argue back and forth about how their game does not work. And you can tell they're both very bitter about this. That's going to be a reoccurring theme, because this game is all about the trials and tribulations that a game developer might go through while making a game. Which, you know, I think is good. I think it's a good thing to shed light on. So good on this developer for doing that. But again, I do hate to say this, but this is not really my kind of jam. If you know me and my channel at all, you know I'm not really one for making a cookie cutter gameplay video. So I can't really just upload 40 minutes of doomed yaoi in the background while I chime in on occasion, you know what I mean? One of the only things I knew about this game before going into it was that it's very voice actor driven and it's a narrative kind of thing. So it's definitely on me for not expecting it to be exactly what it is. The main takeaway from all this dialogue is that the game dev is really lazy and reliant on the manager. The story here is very interesting, don't get me wrong. I think this is a tale as old as time, even. Somebody has an idea, they stop caring about it, other person is trying their absolute best to make it work. That kind of thing. By the time we actually meet the game manager, we learn some more things about him and what this game is supposed to be.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the thing.
Hello. Resync. One more. Shut up.
When you have made up your mind, just look at the option and stare hard at it.
I'll look to the side then, so I can read this. Can you shut the fuck
up?
up? Okay, well, none of that's actually happening on screen currently. So I'm going to add some more sound effects now that make me inaudible, because they are way too loud. I used to think that would be funny. I don't know. So far, I like the humor of this game a lot. I think it's very silly. I appreciate that kind of thing. To me, this game feels like it was inspired by things like the Stanley Parable, maybe even jazz punk to some degree. And yeah, I'm leaving out a good chunk of the jokes and stuff like that because I want you to go experience this for yourself when it's all said and done. The manager leaves, and then I get up to break into his office, where I get to interact with his computer. And, oh. Holy shit. Holy shit, that's disgusting. In all seriousness, there seems to be a good amount of lore in this thing if you want to go look for it. It's very evident that this person has been kept here for a very long time. How do I know that, you might ask? Get me out. Get me out. No more. Just look. Around 15 to 16 minutes in is when we get to play a video game. Woo! Black Ops 7. Yes, this was cute and silly, but obviously the gameplay is not what matters here. We get through this whole section, and then the facade breaks. And now we have access to this little back room section. Hold on, wait, what's that say? Leave a positive review, actually game will... Yeah, not reading that essay. PPS. This game is in no way, shape, or form political. Yeah, right. This game is obviously about... I walk back outside and meet up with the game manager once again. They make a mistake, blame it on me, and then we get sent into hell. Unreal Engine 5. During our time here, the manager has a lot of self-reflection, and just reflection in general. And there's something almost beautiful about hearing somebody come to all these conclusions about A, themselves, and then B, the person that they're trying to work with on something. I like that. He goes into more detail about the game dev we heard from the beginning. You're welcome. You see, sometimes...
To catch my game dev's attention, argue, and repeat. Initially, I did it to convince him to finish the game, but there's no point to it anymore.
Ah, you're a self-sabotager.
Annoy the living hell out of him, and hey,
understandable.
Works pretty well.
And at the core, I understand that yes, it's about the struggle of developers, but I think if you read between the lines just a little bit, then this will say a lot about relationships in general. It can be very easy to fall into the ideology that somebody else makes a mistake and you did nothing wrong ever. It can be so easy to blame somebody else for something and then do little to no thinking about what you did wrong yourself. Or sometimes, like in this scenario, it's the exact opposite. Sometimes you may get wronged horribly by somebody, and you will do everything in your power to self-sabotage, look at everything you did, even if they might not really be mistakes, and then you never ever look at why that person is wrong. Or it could be both. I think that's also what this is kind of pointing at here. The manager wants to blame himself so bad for everything that's happening. He even puts himself down because of it.
He should listen to himself for once. But what do I know?
You know, I appreciate the
Dumb little game manager.
audio. Let's like expand on that. It's pretty clear that the developer of the game just does not want to put the effort into this project. I feel as though the best solution to these kinds of situations is to talk about them. I'll tell you right now that you get nowhere in life by ignoring problems. You get nowhere. It can be very difficult to sit down with somebody that you have a problem with and try to communicate some kind of point to them that they will just not hear. Which is, again, why it's important to also think about what you want to say. I'm not saying that you have to sit here and script every single interaction that you want to do in your life. That's not what I'm saying at all. I barely do that. Obviously, I write scripts for these videos, but I go off topic very frequently. Like right now, this was not in the script at all. I'm just saying this. Letting a potential shitty conversation fester in your mind does nothing for you or the person you're trying to talk to. Meaning that if you sit there and you think about how a conversation might go poorly, you won't ever have the conversation to begin with. So you don't know what's going to happen. But now we have to run from nothing. This is supposed to be a horror section. It's just not scary. We get back to a computer, and the manager tries to work some magic. I get a gun again, and I have to shoot into the darkness. The whole idea is that I had to aim where the screams were and shoot to fend off the thingy. I'll be real, I would have preferred walking around some more. This was kind of just nothing to me. I get it, it was goofy, it's silly, whole point, whatever. And after a while, the demon shows up. And he's just kind of a little guy, I like him. I was happy. I like him. I'm not gonna shoot it. I don't want it. And then, boom, we're safe. Yay! Ugh, Doomed Yowie Part 2. These two argue back and forth for a little bit, just like before, and then the dev has an epiphany.
You always do this thing, and I absolutely hate it.
Okay, am I playing a game or having fucking couples therapy, man?
At the time and somehow convince yourself that you've
Is there a
always
demon
wanted
around?
to make that. We start the work in its
No.
development, and you know when you make the actual thing and have to stick to it, your idea, it's yours for who knows how long. And then you finally realize that you never wanted to make it in the first place and just attribute it to loss of passion. You didn't lose passion for anything. You just never had it in the first place. Please, just for your sake, make something that you actually want to make. Be yourself instead of doing what everyone's already doing. At the very least, it will make my life a hell of a lot easier.
Hey, stop, my turn. Well, in a second at least. I want to rewind and just talk about that line for a moment. You didn't lose passion for anything. You just never had it in the first place. For your sake, make something that you actually want to make. Damn, man. That can apply to fucking anything, but I want to apply it to YouTube as a hobby, because this is something that I care for deeply and love to do. I have seen so many people fall into the pit of making the exact same shit as everybody else, and that kind of drives me nuts. I don't like it. From a small creator standpoint, I barely see passion and creativity go into videos. And maybe I can't even say that much. I mean, maybe I'm one to talk, that kind of thing. I don't think I am personally, but whatever. But it feels like everything now has become easy views, clickbaiting, and a desperate need for clout. And or, sorry, I wanted to mention this, being the exact same as somebody else because you don't know what else to do. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm going to come out and say it. Penis. Be yourself. Please don't come on this fucking platform and just be here because you want attention and money. It shows. It's obvious, man. It's very clear. If you have inspiration from other creators, that's lovely, man. That's great. That's why they're making stuff too, because they want you to see that and feel some kind of way. We don't need a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 100th Corey Kenshin, a 1,000,000th Markiplier, 1,000th Jacksepticeye. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Do your own thing. Be yourself, please. Fuck, right, sorry, back to the video game. I mean, there's not too much left, to be honest, but whatever. We reached the conclusion that the game dev is going to make what he wants to make. He's not going to follow trends and be on the bandwagon anymore. And hearing this makes the game manager run away. Forever! Just kidding.
Got my point.
I finally feel inspired to make the subversive horror game that I've always wanted to make.
Yes?
What?
Wait, is it 3D?
Yeah.
Is it first person?
Yes.
Does it have hidden lore and an aesthetic based on a children's media, but is now dark and twisted?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
This is a fun commentary.
Wait,
That's
where are you going?
in search of someone else.
That's like the basis of my review. More conversation. Roll credits. And just like that, the game is done. Wow. I already said this, but I did leave out a lot of the dialogue and the jokes and all that kind of stuff because I want you to go and play it for yourself. Okay, overall, this game was not what I expected, even a little bit, which again, that might fall on me for being dumb. And I think it's lacking in some departments. If there was more going on and more to do, then this might be something I rate higher on my personal scale. I don't think it was bad. I'm not saying it was bad. I like the story. It was creative. I appreciate these kind of things, you know what I mean? But again, I feel like I was hoping for more of a Stanley Parable type deal, jazz punk kind of deal. That's what I expected. Didn't get it. That's okay. I loved the little story that was going on. I think it sparks important conversations that we already had just now. I don't really care for walking around and doing nothing for 40 minutes, essentially. But if you do, this will be more for you than it was for me. And you know what? I'm just realizing this now. Maybe I missed the entire point of the game, actually. Of it being about the pressure you feel as a game developer when you think you're making something for a certain audience and that audience is just not care for it. You know what I mean? Maybe not even that. Let me dial it back for a second. You end up making something and you put your heart and soul into it and you add what you like into it, and somebody else comes along and they're just kind of shitting on it in a sense. Or not appreciating what's there. You know what I mean? I think that's also definitely an aspect of it that I missed in my original writing of this. I think people are very quick to complain about what they do not have. And then will not recognize what they do have. The voice acting in this game was extremely solid. Great work from this guy. I forget his name now. I apologize if Aaron something. He'll be in the video. You'll see it. So did the person playing the developer. I feel like if this game was more fleshed out in the gameplay department, this could become a cult classic kind of deal. Add some little fuck off puzzles. Add some other blah blah blah, and you got it like a real hit. I think it's really good as what it is now. You can smell the passion. You can fucking feel the passion in that shit, and I appreciate this. I appreciate this game a lot for what it is. So overall, amazing game. Aside from where I said it's lacking. Other than that, great. Okay, I don't think I have much left to say, but I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all the works. And by all means, once again, please go play this. Try it out for yourself. Oh, okay. Have a great night or day, wherever you're at right now. And I will see you all again soon, I hope. Okay. Bye. I'm done.
So, player, how you doing?
I'm alright. You?
Forget about it.
Fuck you too.